Hi, I'm Ryan Oman.
And I'm Nicole Oman.
And together we are
the Empowering Omens
with the Golden Collective.
So today we are working on the solar plexus chakra, or Willpower Wednesday.
That's right. And Willpower Wednesday, Manipura, is all about the self, the ego, the part of the self that resonates and shines. As a matter of fact, Manipura literally means shining gem.
And we're learning how to shine today, shine in attractiveness. And I think
Yes.
the theme of the week is attractive or attraction.
Yes.
And this whole week is kind of based all around the solar plexus, really. I mean, if we boil all of it down, every single day is going to really help us clear and allow ourselves to shine from that solar plexus state.
Yeah. And so some of the stuff that we're dealing with right now when it comes to our solar plexus is suppression and guilt. Ugh.
Yay! Some light stuff again. So we've... And it's also about the sense of humor. So the way to get out of all this oppression and all this guilt is through laughing at ourselves and not taking ourselves so damn seriously. But we do have to go into a little bit of why we're suppressing ourselves, why we're feeling guilty, why we're not feeling so great about ourselves, because apparently we've got some things that are lurking in the shadows in this solar plexus area.
Yeah, if you're not feeling shiny enough yourself, then you end up looking for shininess in others. And this can come out as admiration, but it can also come out as jealousy. They're essentially both sides of the same coin. You're taking your power and you're giving it away to somebody else because they are allowing themselves to be shiny. You're not allowing yourself to be shiny, and so there's an imbalance there.
So what begins to happen is when you're seeing somebody else and you're comparing yourself to someone else, what begins to manifest is you start to feel bad about yourself. You start going in a scarcity, lack mentality, because someone else has either the beauty or the success or whatever that thing is that you want.
Right.
That person, maybe it's just someone, maybe somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever that might be. So we start comparing ourselves to that person, and we're literally giving them our shine because we're putting them either on a pedestal or we're putting them above us, which makes us feel depleted, feel less than, and we're the ones putting ourselves in that position.
Right. And this can turn into competition, and there's different ways to handle competition. I feel like men or masculine energy tends to be competitive, trying to bolster themselves and make themselves bigger, like a peacock, stick their chest out and be like, I'm bigger, I'm better. And then the feminine energy tends to be a little bit more of a tear down energy, where it's like, I'm not going to make myself bigger, but I'm going to bring you down to my level so that I am bigger in comparison. Both of them are just manifestations of comparison and competition that's stemming from that comparison. If you are truly in your own skin and you're in your own self and you're shining your own shine, all of that stuff just goes away naturally.
And it's pretty big epidemic right now, especially I know I'm not a man, so I can't really compare what you go through, but I know in my life, the sisterhood has been a really interesting mirror for me. And anytime that I feel like I'm feeling really good, I always have that one friend that maybe not such a great friend that's kind of jabbing at me, trying to knock me down a peg, says a shoddy remark or says something to bring me down. And it's an old paradigm. It's something we don't necessarily need anymore. And I think it stems all the way back from how women were property. So if someone else, like if a woman has a man or a job or anything, that means they have taken that void space, and now we can't have that. And there is a scarcity for women because when we were property, we didn't have a lot of rights. So our status was linked to the man that we have. Now the status can be linked to the job we have. But if somebody has the job we want, or doing what we're wanting to do, or the followers that we want, or whatever that might be in the 21st century, then we start to tear them down. And that's something that is disempowering for we are the world, for the collective consciousness. So as we begin to take ownership and allow ourselves to own our shine and not take it from anyone else, then it becomes more in harmony for the entire planet and for the entire collective
Man, there could
consciousness.
not be a better card for this day and this week's theme of attraction than this card right here. I mean, this is a perfect example of your Manipura being in perfect alignment with all the other chakras and everyone else, and how everybody has plenty. You
Plenty.
don't need to take from others. You don't need to feel lack. You don't need to feel competition. You know, you can bolster yourself. And this goes back even to your partners. You know, if you have a partner, whether it's a lover or a best friend, you can sometimes want them to pull back their shine so that you appear more shiny. If they start to come into their confidence and their power, you know, it can make you feel less shiny. And therefore, you're going to want to, you know, I don't know, put a little bit of a scuff on their shine, I guess. But the idea is that it's that crab in a bucket mentality, where if you see somebody who's really doing the work and they're really trying to make progress and they're really getting there, you know, there's this tendency as a culture and as just as humans, we want to pull them back down, we want to bring them back down to our status because they make us feel less when they're achieving more. So if you can, try to be that crab in the bucket. And I know this is hard to think of, but be the crab in the bucket who puts the claws up and pushes that person out of the bucket and says, go ahead, push them out. And then hopefully when that person gets out, they can reach down and pull you out too. So we can use the same analogy of crabs in a bucket as a positive thing.
I also think one of the reasons why we don't want our partner to shine, and something that I had to be really honest with myself, is if you're shiny, you might leave. There's this weird
same thing, crab in a bucket, you're leaving, right?
Yeah, you're leaving me. So it's not that you're dulling me, but if you become shiny, you're going to be attracted to something better than me, and they might leave, and we may have pain because they're in their confidence. But a lot of those are distortions, and that's not true. If you're holding your shine, obviously your lover isn't going to leave you, unless you're in LA and you're like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, sorry, LA people.
It's easy to throw LA under the bus, isn't it? But, you know, I mean, it is a town of shiny. I mean, it literally has a big sign that says Hollywood and big shining lights everywhere. I mean, if there wasn't a Manipura city, that's the one, right? LA is. But the idea is that there's enough shine for everybody. And if everybody shines together, then you've got that we are the world card, right? Everybody shining together.
And knowing that no one is ever going to take anything away from you, because when you are in your authentic nature, no one is going to take your opportunities. No one is going to take your shine. No one's going to be a better you than you. And I see this in my own life of either wanting to model off of someone else or somebody modeling off of me. Eventually, you got to take those training wheels of modeling someone else off so you can really radiate who you are. And we need everyone to be authentically them, because there's more than enough. I mean, we're all completely different, and we're not going to have the same message. We're not going to have the same goals and the same, you don't need everything. Just taking what is yours, or allowing yourself to receive what is yours, and staying in your own lane makes everything a little bit easier.
Yeah, and you know, there's a tendency for us to be attracted. We're talking about attraction this week. There's a tendency for us to be attracted to people who are in power or authority, and they have some sense of confidence or ease to the way that they're doing things. When all we really need to do is find that our own power, our own authority over our own actions and what we're capable of, and then we will embody that confidence and that ease. And it's not something you can put on. It's not something that you can fake. It's something that you just feel down in your bones. And this wonderful bowl is going to help us to try to bring that shine out. Think of this bowl today as a buffer that we're buffing out all of those little impurities that we get throughout our time, and we're creating a luster and shine that everybody will be able to resonate with.
And before we go on the bowl, the last thing that I want to bring up is one of the best things that you can bring out in yourself, whether it's, hopefully it's natural. We all have a natural sense of humor, or funniness, or joy, or play.
Totally.
Because if you look, I mean, a man especially doesn't have to be super attractive. If they're the funny guy,
right,
and they're witty and in their skin, a woman would be really attracted to that. And for women, I mean, look at LA, or look at Hollywood.
Keep going back to LA.
We do. Well, that's the land of the shiny.
It is
right?
definitely the land of the shiny.
So if you look at Hollywood, if you're not beautiful, a woman can have the same amount of fame, the same amount of acclaim as they're the funny girl, because there's a shine to funny. There's a shine to humor.
Right.
There's a lightness to it. I mean, it lightens the room. Laughter lightens the room. So if we want...
It's the Roger Rabbit syndrome. If you guys remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
There's Jessica Rabbit, who is just this bombshell sex goddess. And then there's Roger, who's a silly, goofy rabbit. And the lead character, the detective, asks her, what is it about Roger that you see? And she says, he makes me laugh. And it's that simple, you know what I mean? Because honestly, and we talked about that earlier today, how the solar plexus is connected to laughter. If you laugh, you feel it in your belly. You ever laugh so hard that your stomach hurt? That's because your solar plexus is working, right? That diaphragm starts to jiggle. It shoots up through the heart, through the lungs, and expresses out through the throat chakra. So these 3 chakras here are directly connected to laughter. And laughter is, by the way, the best medicine. So what I want you to do today, as we get into the meditation, is I want you to laugh. I am going to forget all about our rum stuff that we do when we do our bowl, and I'm just going to laugh. Feel free to join me as we go through this meditation.
Oh God, I got to
We're going to take in a big deep breath. We're going to unpucker our buttholes, and we're going to laugh. Here we go.
Unpucker our butthole. Wow.
And it's okay if it's not a real laugh at first. It will become one, I promise.
Oh my God, what? Oh my God, I'm sweating.
I have no idea how many times we've done this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I am literally...
Woo!
There's so much energy
Wow.
from that. My whole body went like released. I know this sounds gross, but like sweat. I started sweating.
Yes. What power that has.
Yeah.
Laughter has
Oh
got
my
some
God.
serious power to it. I really hope that you at least giggled a little bit during that. And if you didn't, then go back and try it again.
Then you're taking yourself so
honestly,
seriously.
if you've never done it before, you can fake laughter. It's okay, because eventually it turns into real laughter, because you're laughing at the fact that you're fake laughing, and your fake laugh sounds funny, so you laugh at it. It's just infectious. Allow it to take you over, and I dare you to not feel shiny after you laugh.
Oh, I love that. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell to give you a notification that we are here to support you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want a We Are the World, a group of like-minded, spirited, and laughing individuals, come and hang out with us in the Golden Collective and see if it's your tribe. We have a link in the comment below.
Yep.
And thank you for sharing and commenting and liking and all the things. And we will see you again tomorrow for our Thankful Thursday right in that heart chakra.
That's right. And if you guys have access to a store that sells, little figures of Buddha, there's a great laughing Buddha. If you don't already have one, go out and get one, put it on your altar, put it on the dashboard of your car, put it on your desk, wherever you can put it to remind you to take things less seriously. Laugh at yourself, laugh at others, enjoy life.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste.